Welcome to this recording where you're going to listen to insightful moments recorded during live coaching sessions with my clients who come from diverse professional backgrounds. And if you like what you hear today, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And remember to hit the subscribe button now and ensure that you never miss any other episode. Thank you. So sometimes we're sort of trying to work out what's holding us back, right? Why is it that I can't truly commit to what I'm saying? Or maybe if I do, somebody is going to think that I'm weird or I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to show that I'm too committed to it. And, I'm not leaving that little bit of doubt. I could be wrong. So I'm not going to fully invest. And when we do that, we're not communicating energetically, congruently with all of our body. We're only communicating with a part of our intelligences, because there are three intelligences. There's your thinking. I'm going to think out the words. I'm going to predict what's going on here. That's another thinking thing. Then there's a heart way of expressing yourself, which is, what does it feel like? These words I'm expressing in a poem is quite easy, or in a song, because you know that you need to put your heart into it. Although for some people that's still challenging. That is still challenging for some people. That's where you can have a great voice, but you're not actually still connecting with your audience because you're holding back, because it's vulnerability. It's exposing your feelings. And we don't realize that when we do expose our feelings, we bring more power to our words, more credibility, more commitment. There is a risk because you might have it wrong, but it's okay to navigate that and say, you know what? I'm curious about it. What do you mean? If somebody were to come and say to you, well, I don't agree with what you've just said. Or seriously, you take it that seriously, or say they make a comment. So at that point, you respond, and you respond with curiosity, because they could be right and so can you be right. That's the other thing is that we don't understand, is it doesn't have to be win or lose. That it's not dualistic. It's this and that. At some level, they could be right. We don't know which eyes they're looking and where they're coming from, what their experience is. But we also have, we have to have compassion for ourselves, because we're right also to some level with what we know for that moment. So there's no debate. There's no winning or losing. There's no taking over. It's just acknowledging, wow, okay, I'm curious about that. Maybe I'll get back to you later. I'll rethink it. Well, that's my experience. There's some things that you can say to navigate the exposure and perhaps so-called getting it wrong. But it's not wrong, it's just feedback. So what do? We connect with our hearts, we commit to our words. If I'm going to say the word, it's marvellous. I can't say it's marvellous. I say it's marvellous. See, I inflect. I commit from my heart. I don't just say the word from my head. And the action is the intensity, the rhythm of it. It could be also the volume of it. It can be the way you say it. I can say it's marvellous. No, it's marvellous. That's a reaction. It's my gut. That's my gut intelligence. I need to say punchy. I need to say it softly to this person because I need to respond to their style of speaking also. So it's also navigating awareness of others. What's going to work well in this environment. So there's quite a lot of wisdom, I think, as time goes on how we communicate needed, which is we have a message to communicate. We need to be fully connected, committed with all of our body, not just our mind, heart and gut. And we also need to be fully aware of other people's needs. How do they need to hear it? What will work for them? Because sometimes we get pushed back because it could be too intense, or it can be not the way they look at it. As human beings, we have to also belong and fit in, So it's kind of like you got to kind of survey the landscape, the environment, and then also be committed to yourself on how's the best way I can communicate this fully and not just give that little 10%, but everything I have, with the awareness that they may reject it, it may not work, or most of the times it works very well and it makes you more credible. It also makes you sound like a leader in what you say, an experienced person. And at the end of the day, what is needed? The question is, what is needed to communicate this message? Not just the words, but who do I need to be for this audience and for this message? Thank you for listening to this recording. I hope it has helped you. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.